Hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna do a tutorial for you on how I do my makeup. I know that everyone really likes the way that I do my makeup on a daily basis. I really wanted to just share a little bit as far as like what my process is, what kind of products Can you hear me? Maybe if I talk up here it'll be better. I start with an under eye cover up, and it looks like I'm running out. It's something from the drugstore, Wet n Wild. This is called Illuminati, but so it's like the Illuminati, but it's also about like someone who's like naughty. So that's kind of cool. I guess that's the color of my skin, and it's cruelty free. So I'll start with this. Application is really important the way that you do this. I like to put a little around this, which I think might be cancerous. It's good to have your moles checked, by the way. I like to use my beauty blender to blend. I like to make sure that it's blending. In case you're wondering, I'm using the mirror from, it's eyeshadow, but it's called Mad Drag You. Oh, maybe like Drag You? Comments me if you know why. Really good. The next thing I like to do is put a little bit of a powder. This is by Rimmel of Rimmel London. Rimmel London. It's called Stay Matte, and it's a powder. This color is called Made in England, I guess because in England people are pretty pale. I just put it basically everywhere on my face. It smells really good, by the way, so if you don't have any perfume on, you should bring this with you, and then you should put that on instead. We call a life hack. So that's done. The next thing that I like to do is to contour. For contouring, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called a contour kit, light to medium kit contour. Claire's A. Moyen is the name of the creator of Anastasia. This is for sculpt and define your features with 6 powders designed to sculpt and define your features. Powders designed and to contour and highlight. Yeah. The tricky thing about this that you should keep in mind is this is also a little bit of a life hack because you have to do this. So don't forget. I like to use this. Oh, I didn't tell you before I used this brush. It's by EcoTools and it's a powder blush. So now we're going to use this one. This is by Essence of Beauty. So it's the bristles are actually made of real beauty essence. This one is also for powder. Oh, I'm not using this one yet. I'm using this one. It's by EcoTools, and this one is a Complexion blending. So what I like to do, I use a little bit of this one and a little bit of this one. This one is not so much doesn't super match my skin. These ones, I actually use them both not so much because I'm like, it's not so much because for any sort of like beauty educated reason. It's more because I don't know which to use for my skin tone, so I just use a little tiny bit of both. I do this. And I'm gonna contour. As you can see, I don't have what you would call cheekbone definition. When I do this, right, you can see here, my cheek. You could see I have cheeks. It's not like you can't tell. But what you don't see is that my face is a little bit of like maybe like a peeled potato aesthetic. So I just like to go in and carve out some definition. I go a little bit below the cheekbone and then I kind of angle up for no particular reason other than it's just my instinct, which women do have. Women's instincts, they call them. So what you're going to want to do is just carve out your face, carve your face out. If you want, think about this brush as a razor. You're just gonna carve out your face. Can't even really barely tell. I'll do it a little more extra so that you can just get the idea of it. I like to smile so that you can imprint a happy face into your face. When you're sad, when you're mad, at least your contour will be happy. Now it's like, wait a second, am I at a fashion show? Because she looks like a model, you know? Then I like to do maybe a little bit right here. Just to be like, my forehead is controlled. Sometimes they do this. Some people actually believe that the way that you're born is, like, you're basically born into the only way you're ever going to look. The way I like to think about it is you're born and then you are given this great opportunity to sort of change the way you look and like make yourself into maybe something that you maybe aren't. Now you know where my nose is. Sometimes I do this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. Oh. Did you know that 1 out of 2 people doesn't have a chin? You need to define it. There's even neck contouring you can do. I'll do some just for argument's sake. And then this way it's like, everyone's like, wait a second, she must be really thin because I can see like her neck seems wide, but it seems very sinewy. You know, again, like I said, it's like the supermodel effect. They're like, oh my God, like who's that, Kate Moss? So we're done with this brush now. Next step is gonna be, I'm gonna take my Sephora, blush called Mango Beam, which is a character from Cats. Rumple Sneezer was his partner in crime. It looks like this. It's just basically like a little bit of something, you know? There's like a duet color. So there's like 2 different colors. So I like to go just like a little bit above these and just like blend it down so then it looks less like, this is like a dark shadow. Oh, I don't really understand where that shadow color's coming from, you know? It looks more like, she's got beautiful cheeks. And again, you can do it in a hurry. Or you can do it in as much time as you need. Guess what? I punked you. I don't usually do this. I don't want to like make you feel like I do things that I don't. Go back to and use. Sometimes I feel like I need to do a prank video and then I'm like, I don't need to do a prank video. So I take this one. It's a little bit lighter and I do like a little bit of this. Bring it all together and do a little bit of this. I don't know why I do this. I think it's a thing. It doesn't really do very much for my face now, does it though? Now that I'm looking at my face. I really did punk you guys a lot though because I don't even do neck contour. But people do that, so PSA. So now I'm going to use my Essence of Beauty made with the Real Beauty Essence bristles. And I'm going to go back to my Anastasia contour palette and do, again, I don't know which one I'm supposed to use. So I use a little bit of both. And then I just do this. I do like to do this. Just because I don't like a lot of the way that I do my makeup. Someone's coming in my house. Sorry about that. I did have an intruder situation. So this is my brush that I'm going to use for the highlighting. I'm going to go in and go ahead and carve out my eyes with a very, very subtle shadow. The one that I showed you earlier by NARS called Mad Drag You. For this, I'm going to use this EcoTools brush called Shadow Smudge. These are the colors. This one, and then this one as well. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to go here. So now I'm going to do the eyeshadow. I like to use a really subtle shade because I have a day job. I go ahead and I go ahead and use this. What it does is it highlights underneath your eyebrows. Otherwise, people think that your eyebrows are totally blended in with your eyelid. I also like to do it here so that my eyes look like they're popping out more, which is attractive. Done with that? I think you heard me mention before eyebrows. Well, I use this. It's called a brow pen. It's called Universal Light Shade because I think it was a partnership between Anastasia and Universal. It's a long wearing brow tint because I like to wear it for a long time. I don't want to look crazy. Not really. Whatever. Sometimes I do this. They're Real push-up liner by Benefit, but I don't feel like it. Finally, I finish everything off with a Lights Camera Splashes by Tarte. It's usually in a case that's just really super plain, but I have a tailor who hand creates these snake skin bags for my mascara. I throw them away and then I get new ones when I get a new bottle. So you can do more if you want to. I usually do. That's the gist of my tutorial. So now I look like, I mentioned before that when you do this, people believe you are either one of two things. You're on your way to or you're on your way from a fashion show. No one knows if you're in the show, if you're the designer, if you're attending it, are you press, are you an intern? No one knows, and that's the beauty of contour. I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I do urge you to click and subscribe, and Cher is also one of my favorite musicians. So I hope that you had a good time, and tweet me some pictures of your contours. Enjoy!